Hello, everyone. I'm here with Brian, winner of our Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals. I hear you got a deck profile for us.
Yeah. I guess I'll show you. Played branded Despia. Been wanting to play it for a while. It's finally good again. So, 3 Aluber. Obviously, searches Brand Diffusion. Brand Diffusion's the whole deck. And then 1 Ad Libitum and 1 Tragedy. All you need is the 1/1. We're not playing the Allure or anything, so you don't really need any more of this. And then this is there because it's really good off of Branded in Red. Brings back your Mirror Jade so you can activate it again.
Makes sense.
2 Albaz. 3 is too many, 1's not enough. But just for resources, Kashtira or like Runic might banish 1 copy of him. Or like if your Lubellion gets stopped and you can't put him back, then if you play 1, then you just like kind of cry there.
So you definitely need the 2?
Yeah. Absolutely. 3's too many, 2's not enough. Or 1's not enough.
Gotcha.
Cartesia, this card's crazy. Goes into the new fusion, and you can summon her off fusion deployment because her name is listed on the new fusion. And she quick effect fuses with your board and field. So she helps Aluber dodge Imperm and Baylor.
Yeah, everybody's on Imperm right now.
Yeah, Imperm's pretty good. Spriggan's Kit, searchable off of Lost and Mercurier, and it's another way to get to Brand Diffusion. It's like a really bad way to get to Brand Diffusion, but like it's better than none.
Gotcha.
And then 1 Mercurier and 1 Albion. Dark Magician for the Red Eyes Dragoon tech. Labyrinth has a really, really hard time outing Dragoon, as does Kashtira if you kind of like hold it for like very, very important plays. Like their out is going to be they're going to try to Zeus it. So if you kind of just like hold it for that, then they have a hard time outing it. Nib. If you open this card, Kashtira sucks.
Yeah, I feel like 3 nibs is kind of mandatory in this.
Yeah, absolutely. If you open this card, Cash has 2 options. They either play into it and lose, or they make a like mediocre board of just a Rise Heart, and they probably lose that there anyways. 3 Ash. Lots of people are playing branded. It's okay into Kashtira, but it's kind of like a crapshoot, like what you throw this at, because like if you get the Unicorn and they just have Theosis, then like it was worthless. If you hold it for Theosis and they like add the continuous birth, then probably useless. I like to throw it at the field spell because they don't really have too many starters. And if you hit their field spell, then they might just like not have any Kashtira monsters. So these 2, I don't super love these anymore. We don't play Branded Beast or Regained, so like this card only gets Lost, which is like okay. You can go with the Albion fusion line with this, and it's really good because you send it to the grave, summon him, and then you get the Albion at the end phase. And then this card sends Branded Speller Traps to grave from the deck. And they play Retribution, which banishes itself to add a Branded Speller Trap to your hand. Spells, best card in the game. Ash this or you probably lose. Play at 3, obviously. Don't need to explain that. Branded Opening gets Aluber, which gets Brand Diffusion, so max out on it.
More ways to get to the best card in your deck.
Yep. 3 Fusion Deployment. This card's crazy now. With Ecclesia, you can also reveal one of the Albaz fusions, summon Albaz from the deck, and fuse with your opponent's board if they like, let all that resolve. It's crazy. So it has applications going first and going second. And plus we use it for a card that's in the side that I'll get to. 1 Branded in Red. All you need is 1. Foolish and Gold Sark. Both of these can hit Tragedy to get you a Luber, which gets you to Brand Diffusion. And this card can banish Mercurier to get you any Albaz monster.
Sure.
Yep, so it's pretty good. Probably the second best card in the deck. absolutely insane. Meltdown makes your summons unrespondable, and your opponent can't negate the activations of your fusion cards. Call Grave, stop Ash. This card, I don't even know if this card's good.
Seems like it's everywhere right now.
Yeah, it's everywhere right now because it beats the cash board, but most people, like, especially at locals, most people are going to know what I'm playing. So they're probably just going to lock all my back row, and then this is useless. But it has a lot of, like, other weird applications. I used this to out a skill drain once because I Guardian Chimera and then chained this to put it face down to, like, pop the board. Like, and if your opponent, like, Veilers or Imperms your Aliber, you can just chain this and dodge it. So, like, there's a lot of weird applications. I don't know how good it actually is, though. So main deck Expulsion, it's like okay in the main. I prefer it in the main to the side because it's like usable in the main, and the side is pretty tight. But this is what gets your Gimmick Puppet Nightmare combo off, which I don't have. I play Edo, but Edo works. This is the card that banishes itself to add any Branded Spell or Trap from your grave to hand. So if they negate the activation of Branded Fusion, and you can find a way to send this, you can add it back, and then because the activation was negated, you can activate Branded Fusion again.
Right.
I did that to someone tonight. And then Branded Banishment. This card's crazy in the mirror, and I think it's like better than setting this in most scenarios. I don't really set this at all in the main. It's just kind of there. Extra deck. 2 Rebellion. You need 2. 2 Mirror Jade, you need 2. 2 Albion, you need 2. You can almost play 3 of this, but like, I don't think you need 3. 1 Rinbrum. All you need is 1. If Cashier goes first, this is probably the target they're going to hit, because people think that activate Branded Fusion for this card kind of like outs the Cashier board, which is like half true. It pokes a pretty big hole in it, but there's still left with a Rise Heart that can like banish your stuff face down. So like this isn't really what you want to go into. Burgrind. This card's crazy. During the end phase of its sent to grave, you can summon Albaz or add the Mercourier. And during one of my end phases, I summoned Albaz to fuse with my opponent's monster, and then make an Albion, and then fuse again. And I banished Mercourier off of the Albion, searched again. It was just crazy. It was a crazy end phase. This card's awesome. New card. This card's great. You get to send any monster from your deck or extra deck to the grave. And when your opponent summons a monster off of a monster effect, you banish it from field or grave to summon a Despia from the extra deck, which doesn't really come up, but it's cool that you can do it. And then off of that, you can get either Claritas or Proskinian. Proskinian sucks. You probably shouldn't play this card. This card is better pretty much in every scenario. This is kind of just like funny. Dragus Depelia. It's fusion deck. It's good. Guardian Chimera for the Branded in red. And then for the Dark Magician, we pay 2 Dragoon. This is kind of what you want to make into the cash board when you're going second. If they let you play, that is. If they let this walk, it's really, really hard for them to out this because you just kind of start clearing their monsters and just kind of push for game.
That definitely seems like a good out to cash.
Yeah. Side deck. This card. So you put this in the into the extra deck going first. Side out one of the Dragoons, and then you reveal this off fusion deployment, and you can summon this from the deck.
Okay.
And this card discards a card, and then I look at my opponent's hand, and I destroy a monster with attack greater than, or sorry, less than or equal to attack that I have. So Ash has 0 attack, pops Ash, and it burns him for 500.
So it's kind of your way of playing through some of the hand traps and hate after board.
Exactly. So like, and it also lets you look at your opponent's hand so that you can like kind of make decisions based on like hand knowledge, which is crazy.
Yeah, being able to play with perfect information helps a lot.
Yep, absolutely. I did this to a Labyrinth player. Ash to Prosperity, I probably wouldn't have otherwise Ash because I knew what his hand was. It didn't even hit anything. And I just won because I got to see my opponent's hand. This is because I don't have the Gimmick Puppet Nightmare. He's outable, so if he hits the board and your opponent gets rid of him, they can still summon again. But if Gimme Puppet Nightmare hits your opponent's board, they can't summon for the rest of the turn. Doesn't matter if they clear him. It's a condition that activates the second it hits the field. But he did his job today. No one had the outs.
Nice.
3 crossout. Crossout's really good. Obviously crazy in the mirror match. You set this, your opponent activates Brand Diffusion, chain it, call Brand Diffusion, it negates it. You play it going second because you hit Ash, or going first because you hit Ash, and then second you play it for Ash, and if your opponent debarriers you, you can chain this and call debarrier, which we had 1 copy of. So always crazy. Played 2 of this. This card's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, kind of just okay. Most of the time, the opponent like ashes like Brand Diffusion, and then like this can get it, but you can't activate Brand Diffusion again if it gets ashed. So most of the time it gets Fusion Deployment, which is like really, really good though, because you can just like grab it, get Cartesia, get Albaz, and start fusing with the boards. You can also get Feather Duster if you're in a back row matchup,
Sure.
which is kind of mainly what it's for. But it's cool. 3 Cyclone. There's a Plunder player here that plays Rivalry Turbo that I have to out because I can't play under Rivalry.
Oh, that's an easy way to out it.
Yeah. 2 evenly. 2 is kind of all you need. This might come out for something else. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. And then the 1D barrier for the cross out.
For the cross out.
Yep. And that's about it.
Thank you so much for the deck rundown, and congrats on winning tonight.
Thanks so much.